Next, types of editing. So in editing, we have different the methods types are there. So one is online editing, then offline editing. Offline editing again divided into two parts: a linear editing and a non-linear editing, right? So again, a linear editing divided into assimilating and insert editing. Okay, let us check one by one what is that. In online editing, what will happen in some situations, multiple cameras and other video sources are routed through a central mixing console and edit in a real time. Live television coverage of sports events and award functions are few common examples. Yeah, some situations we use multiple cameras to record, to picturize some scenes or shots, or particularly live television coverages of sports events and award functions, right? So there we use multiple cameras. And the next, the live production edit approach involves mixing all of the camera feeds together using a video mixer or selector, and then having directors select shots and edit in a real time to produce a complete sequence at the end of a show. Okay, so after recording everything in live production, so involving mixing all the camera feeds togetherly, all they collect all the data, and then what the director, the particular director, he'll select the shots and edit by using the video mixer in a real time. Okay, then produce a complete sequence at the end of the show. That is a live production. Majorly we use this for the television coverages and sports events, award functions and all. Generally we observe all these things. And online and offline editing means editing done on the same computer that produces the final cut is known as online editing, right? So here we use the same computer to produce the final cut. Editing done using the lower quality content or the original clips and produces on the high-end systems is known as offline editing. Here in offline editing, what we do, generally we gather different resources or sources, different parts. Maybe the quality wise it differs, lower quality, mid quality and high quality. So we gather all the different clips, and then we produce as a high-end quality final output, right? Editing all these things. So that is offline editing. It can be divided into two types. Again, it's divided into two types. It's a linear and a non-linear. Linear means that to record or search for material on a tape, the editor needs to move linearly along the tape, back or forward, until the required segment of content is reached. Linear editing is necessarily for the film format, okay, and had been the only way to edit until computers came into prominence for the post-production. So non-linear editings have now become the standard for video editing. Linear editing still remains relevant in its use in television news programs and delivering film prints. Okay, so here in linear editing, what the record, the material we record, and that search for the material on a tape properly, and along with the tape, linearly we come back and forward and backward until the required segment of content is reached, right? So this is the way for the linear editing. So here, suppose if you observe this photograph, you will understand. Here what the raw footage is there. Here this is the cassette player. See, here we play and we see all the footage and all. Here we edit and we add all the whatever the necessary editings we do here in the second monitor, and finally we take the edited video. This is a linear editing, right? So or otherwise you can say as a n-log also, n-log editing. In non-linear editing, a non-linear editing system NLE short is a video or audio editing digital audio workstation system that performs non-destructive editing on a source material. The names in contrast to 20th century methods of linear editing and film editing, right? So here video footage is recorded, captured onto a computer hard drive and then edited using specialized software. Once the editing is complete, the finished product is recorded back to tape or a optical disc. So here what we do, we use the computer hard drive and we use the specialized software. It means any video editing software. Okay. Once the editing is complete, the finished product is recorded back to tape or a optical disc. This is a non-linear editing method. Yeah, this is the setup of equipment for the editing or editing at the editing table. Okay, and then the video standards. So what is the video standards? Generally, many times we observe NTSC. NTSC is a National Television Standard Committee, in a short NTSC. The formal NTSC meaning is a National Television Standards Committee, right? And PAL standards for his alternative lines. So both are ways to send a video signal to a display device. So here what we do, we send a display a signal, video signal to display device, primarily television sets that utilize analog signals. NTSC is the first set of standard protocol for a television, introduced in 1954. It has 525 lines displayed at 30 frame rate, 29.97 FPS means frames per second. Phase alternating line PAL, it has high of 265 lines at 25 frames per second. In India, we use generally PAL video format is supported. NTSC is the video standard commonly used in North America and most of South America. PAL is the video standard which is popular in most of the European and Asian countries. The difference between NTSC and PAL is the transmission of number of frames per second. Okay. Here system electronic Collier Avic memoir, so CCOM. CCOM was developed out of PAL in 1967. A common Philip CCOM is a system essentially contrary to American method. So high definition television, so in a short HD TV, generally we observe this one HD TVs, and HD TV is a new digital television technology which is part of advanced TV, ATV, advanced TV, and digital video TVO, and digital video format was introduced in the late 1990s when a new generation and digital cameras and camcorders emerged.